So, hello. It is your girl Luchi,
And Tiara,
and you are here with Awkward Femmes. What's today's topic?
today's topic is ghosting versus going non-contact. Ghosting versus going non-contact. No
Ghosting?
contact.
No contact.
First ghost so
Yeah.
today's topic is ghosting versus
What is today's topic?
it's ghosting versus going no contact.
It's no contact versus ghosting.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I feel like I feel like this is probably one of my favorites, like subjects to talk about. I feel like it's something I bring up when I meet people,
hmm
which is kind of weird. I guess it's not the first thing I bring up, but it's a part of like the conversation when people are getting to know me in that first conversation,
hmm
like dating wise. I'm always like, I am not ashamed, afraid to block a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like
me neither. Blocked.
blocked, deleted,
Blocked.
goodbye,
Blocked.
blocked.
Bitch, I will never, ever, ever unblock you. Once you are blocked, you are not getting unblocked. You can email me. You can write me from another number. That number is gonna get blocked. You can DM me, but you probably already blocked on there.
100%. I could have blocked somebody from Cash App one time.
I have
I'm
to.
I'm so serious. I blocked her on everything. I didn't think in 1,000 years somebody would ever like Cash App me to send me a message, but she literally sent me $1, and for each dollar, it was a note attached to it. It was like, "You fucking bitch." Bro,
I want to make somebody that mad. That's a
that
great
was
way to
the
make money.
pettiest block I had ever gotten in my life. I was like, damn, bitch.
Has anybody ever blocked you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure I've been blocked. Like I've been told I was blocked and I was like, oh well.
I'm
I
sure
didn't
I've been blocked back, but
I
I
didn't
can't think
call.
of a time when I was just like blocked.
Yeah, like where it was just like, oh shit. Actually, no, take that back. I'm sure in
Me
my
too.
past I like tried to text somebody and I was like, oh shit.
I take that back because it's been somebody where we've been in a mid argument. I'm trying to get my shit off and it's blocked. Like, damn, bitch.
A
Oh,
mid
have you ever done
argument.
that? I'm such a petty bitch where I have said everything I wanted to say and then blocked that bitch. Done.
Conversation's over.
I-
you, you thought you
everything that needed to be said was said by
yeah,
me.
by me. By
hmm
me. I didn't need your opinion. I was just letting you know.
I was just letting you know.
I was letting you know.
So ghosting is when you just stop responding to somebody. It's avoidance. It's rude as fuck.
It is rude as fuck.
Sometimes. Well, I'm probably all the time. I'm saying sometimes because I still ghost people a little bit, but giving myself a little room. And then
Give
going no contact is when you have to remove yourself from a toxic dynamic when you've explained, when you've tried to like have a healthy conversation with this person and they're not hearing it. And the only thing that you can do is just not respond.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I feel like yes, at the same time I also feel like I've ghosted in instances where I feel like what the fuck are we talking about? Is
Yeah.
the if I'm saying too much, if I feel like I'm carrying the conversation or small talk, bye. I will.
Yeah. So I think I don't know if this is right or not. I think that there's levels. I think that if we haven't already established a relationship, we haven't established a dynamic and it's just casual, we just trying to get to know each other. I'm
Mhm.
not explaining myself to you.
Mm. I'm
If I
gone.
change my mind, I'm good. Like I'm just out.
I'll see you out in the streets.
Yeah, that's emotional labor. Now if I've
Yeah.
actually been dealing with somebody and then like I don't want to talk to them anymore, I'll give them the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I don't feel like I've ghosted anybody that I've actually built some sort of relationship with. I typically just block. I'd be like, hey, this was fun.
Yeah. What's the pettiest, if you could think of it, what's the pettiest reason you ever blocked somebody for?
Damn, pettiest reason I ever blocked somebody.
Or just like the most like interesting reason?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. You could like breathe wrong and you might get blocked. I don't have I don't have I like if I'm at that point, if I'm at that level, like that's just what it is. I don't if I don't have anything else to say to you, if I feel like I can't, like you said, it's almost like a communication thing sometimes
Mm-hmm.
for me. It's like if I'm trying to have a conversation with you and, our we're not on the same page. I gave you some time. We still try to talk. We're not on the same page. Sometimes that whole continuous texting long messages comes in and it's like back to back to back to back, and to me it becomes so much that we're not communicating at this point. You're just sending
Mm-hmm.
me shit, I'm responding, and no one's being heard at
Cause
that
I skim
point.
that shit. I don't even be reading it. Unless if I'm like really invested, I'll
Hmm.
read it. But like if somebody be in the middle of something, I'm skimming this shit for keywords, which I'm not reading that.
I
Don't
don't
even
even
waste your
for
energy.
keywords. I just delete it and block it, delete and block. um
Mm-hmm.
I feel like outside I don't really have like a petty weird moment. Like I said, I have been blocked, and it's been shit like that, like the Cash App thing, or like I probably blocked somebody recently where it just was like I don't think I had anything else to say. We're gonna take the glasses off. There we go. Um, but yeah, I felt like I blocked somebody and I just didn't have anything to say. Like it was almost
Mm-hmm.
like a I knew that even if we tried to talk, that there would still be some form of manipulation happening,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, um, my favorite is, oh, I was just thinking about you. I rode by your house, or, you know, happy birthday. What you doing, big head?
Oh,
To avoid
bitch.
all of
You do
that,
not need to tell me happy birthday. Do
that
not look forward to my happy birthday because I'm not going to tell you happy birthday. We're not communicating anymore. You don't need to tell me happy birthday.
you don't need to tell me happy birthday, happy
No.
Kwanzaa, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, none of that.
But it sounds more like your experiences have been like going non-contact, and I have to have that where like I've tried to explain myself to somebody, I've tried to communicate, or even just said like I don't want to do this, and they
Hmm.
still
They
keep
still,
messaging.
yes.
You know what? I've also had recently been blocking people because I told them I wasn't interested, and they
Hmm.
still be like trying to take me out. Like, bitch, I said I was not interested.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
weird.
so weird. Like, it's been weird out here. Like, I've
That
met a couple of people out here that like we're just weird. Like this one girl tried to like love bomb me right away, and she was like, and I wasn't even interested in her. Like it was a platonic meet. Try to love
Mhm.
bomb me, try to do all this weird stuff, and I was just like, I'm not interested. And then she tried to say, like, try to say that I'm awful. I'm a therapist. So I'm supposed to, bitch. What? What do you
Listen,
think this means? What do you
I,
think this means? That
I
I'm a
hate.
therapist. That I should have unlimited empathy and compassion, and you should have unlimited access to me. I don't understand what you're saying.
I think that is what some people
Blocked.
think sometimes. Blocked.
Mhm.
Shopping block. I think that is what some people think sometimes. Like I had a girl one time tell me, she was like, based off your social media and everything positive you post, I just really thought you would have handled this in a little bit more of a graceful way. I hope that your followers like know that you're a really what is she? She really didn't even say really mean person. I think she said, I hope your followers know you're a bitch. And I was like, I don't think they do.
I hope my
And my
followers know I'm a bitch too.
I hope they know, and if they don't know, I'll let them know. Like
Right.
it's peace, love, and harmony, but you can always catch these hands in a block.
That part.
Block.
Peace,
Always.
love, and blocked, bitch. I
Peace, peace, love, and block ho. That's it. Goodbye. Cut it. What was that one song? Cut it. Cut it.
So people are gonna watch this episode and they're gonna be in their feelings. The people that are often being blocked. But what I should say is that if you're constantly being blocked, you need to look at the fact that you are the common denominator in that situation. Why are you always being blocked?
Why are you? Um, I don't I don't know. I think I've gotten blocked by some women because at least in my past, I don't do this anymore. In my past, I used to be like the person to reach out. Like I was that person who probably call every once in a blue moon, just thinking about you, call on some drunk shit. Um,
Toxic.
real toxic. Real toxic. And to those girls and their new girlfriends, so sorry. It's not me anymore. I'm a reformed, crazy crash out. Okay? I am no longer a crash out.
No, I definitely used to spin the block all the time. Like, be bored. New
Yeah.
bitch is not work. Like, oh my god, I'm such a reformed
Yes.
villain.
I had to learn. I really had to learn a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons that almost required restraining orders to really
I
to
don't think it ever
really
went that far.
to really realize sometimes you just gotta like let people go, move forward. If you're supposed to have a friendship, let it happen on its own. Don't force it and process how you feel after dealing with somebody because holding on to certain ties is not always something you should do, even though you feel for that person. Like sometimes blocking for me is like a healthy boundary for myself,
Yeah.
also so that, just in case someone wants to try to disrespect my boundary, you're already blocked.
So, bitch, I'm still side eyeing the fact that you said that it was almost a restraining order. We're not gonna glaze over that. We're not going to skip
I
that because that is the ultimate block. Somebody might have needed a restraining order against
somebody
you.
just it was
Do
I, I can't even explain it, but
tell.
if I, like she would constantly call, right? And at first it was
Mhm.
kind of cute, but then there were like then there were like little things like one Christmas, or it was like right around the time right before Christmas. One Christmas I'm coming home and there's like a Christmas tree outside my house. And I'm getting a text message like, "Did you make it home yet?" And I'm like, "Nigga, did you leave a Christmas tree outside my house? Oh, like, go away!" And then it was like other little things. Like this person drove past my job. This was when I was still in law enforcement. Drove past my job and left something on my car. All these police outside,
Oh,
and this
bitch.
bitch is up at my car like leaving gifts.
I
And I'm
thought
like,
you were the one that need that.
"No,
I thought
bitch,
it was,
I ain't
oh,
need no
okay,
restraining order."
bitch. I had to go get a restraining order.
I know you did. So yes, no, I didn't need a restraining order.
She needed
I
the ultimate block. That bitch
She
was
needed the,
not.
she was this close to the ultimate block. And I honestly feel like I could have done it, but I think it kept being such a laughing matter that like I was like disrespecting my own boundaries. I was like, I mean, well, I guess it's not so bad. Like, no, bitch, it was
No,
bad. You Yeah.
I
This
ain't
is
gonna hold you. For the person that I had to get the restraining order
uh-huh,
on.
uh-huh,
I mean, I didn't officially get it. I went down there. You know how they give you the paper to
uh-huh,
let you know that you're filing for one? I sent that. That was enough to scare her because I
uh-huh.
didn't want to go through all the other
I
shit.
believe it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, at first she was just like dropping gifts, and I like gifts and
Yeah,
dropping little bags of money. And I was just like, well,
we
not
love gifts.
unblocking you, but I'll take this on in house.
We love gifts. We'll
But
accept
then the
it.
bitch just started getting too crazy.
Yeah, they become too comfortable, and then before you know it, you're just like, oh shit, no, like this is not okay.
You know,
Like,
a lot of times when you have to block somebody for your mental health, it's because this is a person that's not used to boundaries and not used to accountability. So they're not used to healthy exchanges. A lot of
mm-hmm,
times people are accustomed to people still taking whatever they bring to them and
mm-hmm,
then still being able to have access to that person. So when you take that and they're like, "What the fuck?" I ain't never
yeah,
had nobody tell me I can't talk to them no more.
yeah,
They
like
can't handle it.
no. And I think even at that point it was a joke. Like I remember her being like, "You ain't finna leave me alone." Like, just certain comments like, "Ain't nobody going fuck you like I fuck you." Bitches, girl, it's plastic. Everybody can get it.
Girl.
We could all get one, but just that energy of like, I'm the only one, where it's just kind of like, that's kind
Mm,
of it,
heard it all before.
mm, mm. But
Girl.
yes, almost had a restraining order.
So did anybody fuck you like she did? don't gotta answer that. You don't gotta answer that.
Oh, bitch, I mean, a bunch of people. I feel like I love when a bitch be like, ain't nobody finna, girl, somebody will.
Girl.
Somebody will. We all will find somebody. This is the part in our show when we do our messy mailbag.
We
Yeah.
read questions from where we read
Where we
questions.
read questions from some of our fans and we answer them based on our own experience or, just our own opinion about it. So this one today comes from Ghost Malone. I ghosted a girl after 3 dates, but now I see her everywhere. She's cool, but I feel awkward starting fresh. Should I say something or let it go?
Mm, I still speak to bitches after I ghosted them. If I see them in public, I still say hello and I keep it moving.
Like even those that you ghosted or blocked?
Not blocked. If I block somebody, it's for a reason. If I
Yeah.
ghosted somebody, it just wasn't aligned and we didn't. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep for me anyway.
Mhm.
So if
Yeah.
I see them, we make eye contact. I'll still say hello. They might not. They
Yeah.
might not want
Yeah.
to say hello to me,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
still say hello because it's awkward at this point.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
well I'm so awkward, bitch, cuz I feel like if I blocked you, I don't really want to say hey. Like
Yeah. If
I'd
I blocked
rather
you, I'm not speaking to you at all.
if I blocked you, I'd rather just like exist in the same room and maybe like hit you with a head nod
Mm-mm.
or like a like it because sometimes I don't, like I said, I don't block people because there's an issue. I block people because I just, what are we talking for what?
Oh,
um
but you block people just because. Oh,
Wait,
I think
so
I missed
wait,
that.
so let me for okay, I'll say the story and then you let me know if it made sense, right?
Okay.
Okay, so like I'll say dating, but like if we're talking in the terminology that I guessed it was happening in, we
Mhm.
were getting to know each other
Mhm.
and like casually fucking.
Mhm.
But in my head, we were dating. Because I'm like, I didn't flew out here to see you. You flown out here to see me. Like we're talking on the phone. We're getting to know each other. Bitch, that's dating.
Mhm.
Like, but I'll digress. Anyway, after a certain amount of doing this, there came a time where I finally was like, oh, like, what is this that we're doing? Like, when's the next time I'm gonna see you? And it was giving very much like, oh, I'm not looking for a long distance relationship. We're just cool, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, no, it's no problem.
Blocked.
I didn't block her yet. So here's where it gets tricky because I was like, well, can we be friends? Like, are we going to be friends? And she was like, I don't think I could be your friend. You can't be my friend. We not fucking. Don't know when I'm going to see you again. Bitch, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
Okay. That's
so,
blockable.
so
Cause
in my head, we continued to follow each other on social media after this, and we continued to kind of keep it cool. Halfway through, I maybe say like a couple weeks, I just felt weird about it. So I unfollowed her. And after I unfollowed her, somehow randomly she checked the algorithm of I don't know what the fuck and pretty much was like, oh, like, I didn't realize you unfollowed me. Like, what's that about? And I was like, oh, like, we're not friends. So didn't see the purpose of following you. And I can't remember where the conversation went there, but it didn't make sense to me. So eventually I just ended up blocking her because I was like, we're not cool. What the fuck? And then I randomly ran into her one day and like she screams my name out of a crowd and my awkward ass, I go up to her, but I'm like, bitch, like we're not cool. I was like, "Oh, hey," and like I'm saying hey to her friend, but I introduced myself to her friend, and her friend is like, "We met before." I'm like, "Damn, bitch, like,
calm down. Relax.
relax." Like, but it was giving like this whole. You wanted to still be cool with me, but said you didn't. But then you want to say hi for what? So I didn't get it. But needless to say, I eventually unblocked her after the fact, but I just didn't understand at that time. It didn't make sense to me. We're not friends. We
Mm-hmm.
not, so like what to me for what?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna just
No,
look at
but
you. You're gonna
that's
look at me.
unblockable.
It was blockable. I feel like it was a justifiable block.
It's a justifiable block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
Yeah. I mean, I definitely. So I was just telling you, like, I block people because I've said that I'm not interested, and they still pursued me. So,
mhm.
I had did this pop up for my business, and one of the girls that I blocked. First of all, I saw the bitch. I'm like, oh god. And she was lingering around. No, the bitch saw me. Then she come walk by, like, oh, you're here. And then comes to my booth
Mhm.
and commits to have a conversation. And she said, "Are you still mad at me?" I'm like, "I was never mad at you. I just don't fuck with you." She was
Mhm.
like, and she's like, "Can we talk about it?" I'm like, I don't want to have a conversation with you."
Mm-mm. Mm.
And then she left. But
I think
like, why? Where is your self respect? Why are you talking to somebody that blocked you?
why would you say hey? I think sometimes it's like a bluff. Like I think sometimes people are like, "Oh, I'm good," or they do weird shit and then afterwards it's like, "Oh shit, I take it back." No.
Girl,
No.
no, girl. Literally have somebody trying to
No.
circle the block
Yeah.
after telling me that I don't want to be friends, I don't want to be whatever. So I see her, I don't speak because
Mhm.
she said she didn't want to be friends. She didn't want to be social with me. Then she goes, "No, I just meant I didn't want to be friends on social media."
I don't understand that shit. Like it's like for me, mean what you say and say what you mean. If I'm gonna stick behind anything outside of maybe okay, like I said, if there's a moment where I'm like, okay, you know what, we cool. Like I have no beef with you. We not besties. I can head nod you out in public, but
Mhm.
like we ain't got no beef. But it's like if I block you and we don't got shit, act accordingly, my nigga. You're a stranger. I'm a stranger. Unless we bumping into each other, I will bump into a bitch and be like, my bad, excuse me, and keep walking. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like
Stranger danger, bitch. Fuck on.
we never
And
had
the
nothing.
thing about it is because like I know you get it because you're a Virgo, but we can be really stern. Like if I said some shit, that's what the fuck I meant. And there is no flexibility around that because I thought about it before I said it. I
Yeah.
don't just be doing shit. I mean, I do just be doing shit, but sometimes I don't just be doing shit. But to answer your question, Post Malone, it
Yes.
depends.
Yes.
It depends.
It depends. It depends. It definitely depends. And like, if you want to say something and you kind of want to have like a relationship, like I said, I feel like you can if y'all have that conversation. I've had people who I've blocked and then unblocked, and we ended up talking like, damn, this is what happened. This is how I felt. This is what went
Hmm.
down. And then we can be cordial and we can be cool with each other. And I'll just hit them with the like I said, like if we see each other, we see each other, but we do not you don't owe me anything. We don't like we can just
Yeah.
pass each other and be in the same room but not have to, you know, interact in any kind of way.
I think
Like,
sometimes people like just want to get their needs met and they just want to be able to communicate and say all of these things. But the thing is, I don't have to listen. I don't if you're like in an elevated state and you need to say all of these things, that's for you to figure out and that's for you to regulate. If I'm choosing not to be a part of your life anymore, then I don't have to listen. I don't. And I know that that doesn't feel good and
mm,
it's not fair,
mm,
but it's your responsibility to regulate your own emotions. And
mm,
oftentimes if I block somebody, it is a consequence of
mm.
their choices. And they got to deal with that shit and that's not on me.
You know what? Now that you just said that, I actually do remember a time that I blocked somebody, and it is a crazy story. I dated somebody for 6 months, and I broke up with her by blocking her. I didn't we didn't we didn't have a conversation about I kept trying to like tell her that I wanted to break up, that I don't think this is working. Like I probably did that for like a couple of days, but each
Mhm.
day it was like hours of talking on the phone or long messages going back and forth, and it just kept being exhausting and exhausting and exhausting. I even talked to my therapist, and my therapist was like, oh, you need to like let her know that, you know, emotional maturity is a non-negotiable, and just express that to her and see where you guys go with that. I told her that, and when I tell you, I think I talked to this bitch for like 4 days, just trying to break
Mhm.
up with her before, like, it was like that fifth day. I remember us being on the phone, and she was like happy again, and I was like on the phone. I was like, how the fuck did I get back? How the fuck did I get back here? And I'm so like squirrel, and it's probably my ADHD, or it just might be me, but I'm so like easily distracted that like I'll fuck around and break up with somebody and we back together. Like, how did we get here? Like, how did we get here? So like when I was on the phone, I was just like, what the fuck? And I remember I re-mentioned to her, I was like, hey, I don't feel like we resolved the conversations that, you know, we've been having the last couple of days. And while you're in a good mood, I was like, I do just want to kind of like reiterate that I think we should probably, you know, break up. I was like I don't want to have any issues with you. This doesn't mean that, like, I was so healthy about it. I was like, it doesn't mean that we can't speak anymore. It just means that right now I need my space. I need my
Mhm.
boundaries, you know, and I don't want to, you know, have this relationship. And girl, she just kept arguing and arguing and arguing. And I remember I just hung up. And I hung up and I blocked her. Then I blocked another number. And I blocked her Instagram. I blocked her. I blocked every
You blocked
goddamn
her
thing.
grandma, and
Blocked.
you blocked her
I
daddy, and
blocked
you blocked her
everybody.
auntie.
I text our mutual friends and I said, hey, don't relay no messages. Don't talk to me about her. I don't want to hear her name. Whatever she expresses to you is what she expresses to you. Keep that shit to yourself. I officially don't want to hear anything about her.
Yeah, because I think like what I'm hearing is you wanted it to be a mutual conversation, and sometimes we're asking for people's permission to make a decision that we want to make, and really
Mhm.
is not. They
It's
don't need to agree.
no, no. I feel like I was give I was being courteous because it had been 6 months.
Hmm.
I was being very courteous and very understanding at the fact that it had been 6 months. We have been with each other. We've been, you know, back and forth to each other's places. We have been like really spending this time meeting, you know, I met her parents. It was like a lot. Our friends were intertwined. So it was kind of like, I'm 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 gonna let you know like that this
Yeah.
is how I feel. But child,
No, I remember like my ex, one of my exes that was like she was emotionally abusive, and we had been broken up, and I had came home um to visit like from my family. It was like for the holidays or whatever. And she called me like, "You're not gonna tell me you in town?" Bitch, I don't even talk to you. So she just started yelling and cussing and cussing and yelling. And that's how she used to talk to me. I was like, you ain't my bitch no more. And I blocked her. And
yeah.
we're friends now. Actually, you met her. But but she was blocked for a
Wait,
few years.
wait. When we went to the hotel,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. She seemed like she would like kind of give that
Yeah.
extra attitudey, like I'm your mom, listen to me vibes.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, we're
yeah,
good friends now. Like we're good
yeah,
now.
she
But
was cool.
like that
Yeah,
bitch was blocked for years. Cause look, no, no,
yeah.
no.
Cause watch how you talk to me. Watch
Who
how
the
you talk.
fuck are you talking to?
Who the fuck are you talking to? Do you want to read one of
Sure.
the other ones?
And I said Post Malone. I meant Ghost Malone.
Go.
Malone did not send that question.
Post Malone did not. Post Malone is not a lesbian that we know of.
That we know. Okay, so this one is from Unblock Yourself. I blocked my situationship to stop myself from texting her, but now I'm stalking her from my burner account. Am I the problem?
I remember,
Bitch,
oh man,
yes.
do we have burner accounts still? I used to have at least two, and I don't even know where the passwords or any of those are.
I feel like I need one because I
Uh-huh.
be wanting to comment under like posts all the time. And I got a smart ass mouth, but I'm a therapist. So I don't never want my clients to see me saying some reckless ass shit. I
And
mean,
like
but they're
screenshot
probably, if
it.
they ever watch this, they're gonna be like, okay.
We'll go look for this bitch in the comments.
So,
Uh,
and you see the people like you see the people
mhm.
you
Yeah.
follow. So I be wanting to say some reckless ass shit, and I'm like, I be like typing it, and then I have to delete it, and I'm like, oh man, I can't. I'm just like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I put funny shit up under comments, so I don't think I ever. I don't know. I don't mind anything coming from my page, but I feel like I've never wrote anything too crazy. But I could see where if I had a fake profile, I could just like troll because there's so many times where I just want to say stuff. Because let me tell you, one time I commented up under a Sierra the Singer video,
Mhm.
and I just made an observation that other people made. When I tell you there were so many people who came for me, and I was like, I had to delete it because I was like, why am I getting so many notifications about this every day? Like, so I feel like if I had a fake profile, that would have been easier to ignore versus coming from my personal page for
Yeah,
sure.
I just wanna I just like I can be very vulgar, I can be
Hmm.
very messy, very
Yeah.
ratchet, and I try to keep a little bit of decorum. So that's
Hmm.
why I be like typing there and be like, fuck that bitch, and I'm like, nope. Delete, 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 delete.
I just be saying shit like that's not her boyfriend for real, and like they're like getting engaged or something. Like, I just might make like a little funny comment, so I'm like, yeah, I could see where maybe having a fake profile might be better,
Yeah,
but
but if you block somebody, why are you have I done that before? Have I blocked somebody?
I have,
Yeah, girl, I do all the time. What am I talking about?
I have, I
You
have,
are the problem, and I am the problem as
I
well.
have,
Sometimes I block people, and I just want to know what they up to.
I have. But what I will say is this:
I
one
don't
thing.
gotta. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say it's not. It don't be like I don't have a burner account, but I just unblock them and look around and then block them again.
That's I was literally gonna say
We're
the
all the
same thing.
problem.
We are the problem. I will unblock you. I will go look at your story, and then I will block you back.
Hmm.
I might even go like something on purpose and then block you back. A lot of times, I will say though, it's typically when someone does it to me.
Hmm.
Like if I've had somebody blocked, like I might unblock them, but not unblock like I want to talk to you again, just like unblock because there's no need for me to have you blocked.
Hmm. I
And
do a
then
block review
yeah,
sometimes. I might
and
look. Some people are blocked forever, but sometimes I look like, oh, it's been long enough.
yeah,
I don't gotta be blocked no more.
yeah, yeah. And so it'll be like, okay, like I'll unblock you, and then I might see somebody like look at my story, so I might be like, then I'll go look at their story, and then I'll block them again, cause like, what you even looking at my story for?
We might be the problem.
It
I
might
don't
be
think
that
I think we
problem.
probably needed to have somebody like somebody with a different perspective on this episode because we just be blocking bitches left
We
and right.
just be blocking people. It sounds like we're just like, yeah, I don't like that. You're blocked. You're weird. Blocked.
And so
Canceled. I don't know. I feel like yeah,
I
I've
mean, it feels
stalked
right to me.
pages. Huh?
Feels
You said
right to me. It feels appropriate.
it feels pretty appropriate. I'd like to hear another opinion because what is it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that for me, like I'm very intentional about how I show up in people's lives. And when I remove access, I'm very intentional about that too, if we actually have something established. So you just don't get unlimited access to me. I don't play about me. So if you
Mm,
got blocked, baby, you did something.
yeah, I mean, agreed. And I feel like if, like I said, if I unblock somebody, 9 chances out of 10, it's a block review where I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
it's been long enough. I'm not about to have a conversation with you or like see you in the streets or anything like that. But I also don't, like I said, I don't have an issue with you. A
If
lot
I
of times,
see you on the streets, nigga, you don't know me.
like it, period. I feel like that's how this weekend's gonna go for me.
Oh, you got the funny thing is, bitch, I've been living here for a few years now. And you got way more hoes here than I've ever had.
I don't even think I have hoes. Like I have people that I might be the problem.
I think
Oh
so.
my god.
Is this the
Damn.
Toxic Femme podcast?
Is this the Toxic Femme podcast?
Oh, oh, yeah.
It's from Blockiana Grande. My ex keeps texting me on different numbers. I've blocked her 5 times now. How do I get her to stop without looking messy? Restraining order.
Yeah, you can't care if somebody don't care about your comfort, then you can't care about looking messy either.
Who the fuck care about blocker? Restraining order.
Blocked.
Restraining order immediately.
Like
Send
I
help.
feel so strongly about like I was telling I was telling my little friends.
Come on, my little
It's so
friends.
hard. Like it's so hard. It's so hard to talk in cold.
My little friends is crazy. You know what? This girl I'm talking to, she calls all her little exes little yeah yes. And I was like, what the fuck is that? She was like,
That's what the kids are saying.
yeah. She was like, a little yeah yeah. I was like, I ain't never had one of them.
Or that little, or fine shit. Like the kids be
Yeah.
saying that stuff.
Or fine shit. Like, what are these
Yeah.
things?
Where's
We
fine?
and
Like, I
meanwhile,
like fine shit.
what the fuck you just say? My little friend.
My little friend.
My
So
little
I had
friend.
told my little friend that, if she did something that she don't have to worry about me acting crazy, saying anything. I'm just gonna block her and never talk to her again. And I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
think I just that's the thing, my little friend. Ain't that what parents used to say?
yeah, your
Especially when
little
they don't
friend.
want to accept that you queer.
Yeah, your little friend. My mom literally just asked about my ex the other day, and she was like, you and your little friend, how y'all doing? I was like,
Is that
my
your friend? Is that your
my
friend?
my ex girlfriend. We're cool. I think I told her, which was kind of funny. I was like, yeah, I dropped the dog off and I blocked her. My mom was like, oh. She's like, oh, okay. I was
So
like,
you didn't
yeah.
block the dog too. So Luchi blocks animals. She blocks people, pets.
You gotta go. The dog gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Cause
There's no
like
discrimination. Anybody can catch this
no
block.
discrimination. Anybody and everybody can catch it. Like I've had to. I think. Well, no, I didn't block a friend. I haven't had to block any friends that I could think of.
Oh my god! So I did block my friend, right? And then I found out that I was the one that was wrong. So
How
here's the thing.
how
This
soon
is a
after?
friend that I've had for a million years. And
Okay.
there have been consistently times when she showed up in a way that was just really emotionally draining. Like it
Hmm.
was really draining. And I was just tired of the back and forth. And I was going through so much when I was living in Atlanta. And I was just so frustrated that I blocked her and we didn't talk for years. And now we've rekindled like that's one of those friends that like she's family. That's my sister for forever. But the she's done things before, but that time once we revisited, I was wrong. Like I misinterpreted it. So I blocked her for no reason. And then we had this whole friendship breakup and she didn't even do anything. So I
Listen,
apologize again, friend. I love you. I'm sorry.
she's so sorry, friend. I
I'm so
hope you
glad
guys
that
build
you've
it
experienced
better.
all of this growth in our departure. Maybe I was the problem. And now, now we're back and like we never left.
Like the way we might have to change the show to toxic awkward femme podcast is about to be real crazy because I feel like we might be the problem on this blocking
Yeah.
shit.
The thing about it is like, I own every part of me. Like I have some really good qualities and I have some things that are just still in progress, you know?
I think I agree. And it's also the first step is like knowing who you are and
That's
what
the thing.
you will and will not tolerate and being very upfront and honest and like straightforward about it. I feel like, I don't know, we're having a lot of laughs and there's like a lot of, it sounds like toxic behavior we had in the past when it came to blocking. But I feel like today it's a lot about peace.
Mhm.
It's a lot about boundaries.
It is.
It's giving no thank you. Like, and I feel like I'm always going to stand behind anything that, justifiably is better for your mental health and your nervous system. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing like I'm just not a person to play with. And I give that don't like I'm not a person to play with energy. And then sometimes people still play. And then I got to find out that I'm not the person to play with and now nobody's playing or
yeah,
you're playing with yourself. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. See, and it's funny because you give, and I feel like this has always been our friend dynamic where it's like you give the don't play with me energy, and then I give the, yeah, you can play with me, it's cool. But then when someone plays with me and I hit them with the who the fuck, it's like, oh shit. Like, no, calm down. No, nigga, you wanted it. Here we go. Like,
Yeah,
let's
you
go.
fucked around. Now you got to find out.
Yeah, I'm very like, so I get it. It's like I'm not to be played with, and at the same time, even if you thought you were about to play with me, you about to find out very, very fast. You're going to find out really fast.
Yeah, and I tell
Like,
my I always like to kind of go back to what we were talking about. Like this might be the toxic femme podcast, but I tell my clients all the time, be fucking for real. Let's start at the baseline. Like you got to be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself about the shit that's not working, then you're not gonna change, and you're not going to attract the healthier things because
mhm.
you're fucking lying. Sometimes people are acting like who they and trying to tell other people that they are who they want to be, not who they are.
They're showing up as a representative.
That's my favorite thing to say. Like, you can't, especially like in therapy, like, be fucking for real. Let's just be honest about where we are.
Tell a story about a time you got ghosted. What went through your head? How did you cope? Okay. For example, I got ghosted after 3 amazing dates. I swore she was in a coma. Turns out she just got back with her ex.
I think that happened to me.
That definitely happened to me.
Oh my
That
god, I had
definitely.
this like I really liked this girl. Actually, I didn't. I just thought she was really cute, and I
Mhm.
knew that it wasn't going anywhere. But I
Mhm.
still wanted to get to know her. And
Mhm.
then like she ghosted me, and I'm just like me. Like here's the thing. I think so highly of myself, maybe too highly. So for
Yeah.
a bitch to ghost me, bitch,
Mhm.
are you smoking crack?
Like, what's wrong with you?
What is going on? You are clearly not a smart person.
You must not be a lesbian. Like, you're really like straight for real.
You're
Cause
like you don't make good decisions. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
yeah,
You
yeah.
ghost me, baby. You don't make good decisions. And now
Mm-mm.
I have dodged the bullets. You have saved me because now I do not have to deal with somebody who does not make good decisions. Okay?
Mm-mm. Period. Saved all of us the time. Thank you. Thank you for removing yourself.
Because what?
Your services are no longer needed.
You see the
Thank you.
material? You blocked me? I
Thank you.
wholeheartedly mean this. Like, if
Mhm.
somebody is
Yeah,
rejecting
yeah.
me,
Like, fuck is wrong with you?
fuck is wrong with you?
Mm.
You
Um,
not smart.
at all. I feel like I had similar, but I didn't know until I started seeing the photos. But like, was talking to somebody via social media, vibing, getting to know each other, sending like a lot of voice notes. Finally exchanged numbers. Started like calling them, and then like they called me back. But then it was like this weird little like moment where they couldn't talk, and then little by little it just like went silent, and I was like, okay, like whatever. Um, I'm not going to keep writing you if you haven't responded to the last three
Mhm.
things I said. But then I started seeing the post.
It always be that too.
And I was like,
But
oh,
like,
you got a girlfriend. Got it. Got it.
I'm just gonna bring up how toxic I am because I was just gonna say, like, okay, I'm not toxic. How I can respond in a way that might be a little
There you go.
hypocritical.
Verbiage.
So I was literally gonna say you could have just told me, but I don't be telling people shit if we're new.
Mm,
Like it's
mm,
like I don't you don't deserve a conversation with me
no,
from me.
no.
So I mean,
Yeah. That's what I was like. It made sense, but that's definitely, I feel like I've been ghosted like that twice where it was like vibing with somebody and then they just go MIA, and then I'm seeing
hmm, maybe I
I'm
want
seeing
to change my
you
life now.
I'm seeing you and your girl posted, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I think I just had a turning point where I'm like, that actually doesn't feel that good. And maybe even
Yeah,
if there isn't too much of a commitment happening already, I
yeah.
could say like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore and just
Well,
not post.
I don't know. I feel like it goes both, because in that moment I was not mad at that person because
Mm,
while we were vibing, they're single. I'm single. I couldn't, like, I was still talking to other people, so I didn't think anything of it. Now,
mhm.
if we're like talking every day on the phone, you know what I mean? Or like every other day type shit, then maybe I might feel like, okay, hey, I just want to let you know I actually met somebody. But also, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna do all that. Cause, like,
Cause I in my heart I feel like it's not necessary.
It's
Like
not.
if I'm not committed, like we're not being if we're not serious and we're not exclusive and all the things and things just drop off, I
Yeah.
don't want to give you a whole fucking speech about why. Because bitch, you might not even care about this. But then
You gonna
somebody else might care, but like no.
tell you gonna see it with the rest of Instagram.
So clearly, we are on the end of we think that blocking is a great way to set a boundary when somebody is not listening to you, when somebody is responding in a way that's really unhealthy, when somebody is like, when they want access to you that you don't want them to have. But a good question for you: why am I doing this? Am I doing this to keep my peace? Am I doing this to be petty? Like knowing the intention behind blocking somebody lets you know if it's a healthy thing or if it's not. Am I doing it just to piss them off?
Mm-hmm.
If the answer is like I'm doing this because I need to protect myself from this person who isn't listening, who isn't responding in what is healthy, then that's going no contact. But if it's any other reason where it's just like I'm avoiding this person, I don't want to be accountable, I want to piss this person off, that's more so ghosting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I feel like, you know, things to take away are the pretty much the same. Yeah, if you are finding yourself protecting your peace, trying to create healthy boundaries. Those are all good reasons to say, okay, I don't want to have contact with this person anymore. They're not respecting me. They're not, listening to what I'm trying to communicate. It's not getting any better. Those are good, healthy reasons to stop speaking to somebody. Yeah. And anything else where, like you said, if you are trying to get a rise out of somebody, blocking and then unblocking to text or blocking and then stalking. If you're at that point, girl, like it's you. You might be
You
the
the
problem,
problem.
and you might.
Sometimes we the problem.
Yeah, sometimes we are the problem, as you heard today. Sometimes it
Yeah.
is even us, but it's also kind of like takeaways are just growth, growing from those situations, realizing, oh shit, it was me. Even your friendship that you had with that person, and coming back and be like, damn, bitch, like I probably could have given you a chance and had a conversation.
Hmm.
Um, Even if you do find yourself blocking in a toxic way, sometimes it is healthy to kind of like reassess if you need to. If you want to build relationships after blocking, take the time to see what that looks like. But if eventually you're just gonna get back to blocking, then you might just want to keep them the fuck blocked.
Yeah, more avoidant personality might block because they can't take the discomfort of being held accountable, or they can't take the discomfort of somebody else's emotions, and it's an escape for them. But if that is your response, then you really need to examine how can you show up in a way that's healthier, because you can't just block people that doesn't solve anything.
Hmm. And like knowing the difference between, blocking and blocking somebody because you want no communication, and also ghosting, which is you're just gone. I still feel like it's not okay. But in some instances, I get it. Sometimes we don't have anything to say. We don't owe
Hmm.
anybody anything. You are not. It is not your responsibility to say anything. Sometimes to people if you feel like you have nothing to say.
Yeah. My owe people meter is it has levels to it. I don't owe somebody something that I just met. But if I have a reciprocal relationship with somebody, then there is some obligation to communicate. But if I just met you, we just swiped each other, whatever, we maybe went out, like if we don't have anything established, I don't want to do emotional labor for you. And
Hmm.
me having to communicate that this just isn't working, it's emotional labor. And you may not even care enough to need that. I do ghost somebody, like, just because it didn't work out. If they hit me up wanting an explanation, I'll give it to them. Like, I'll give them that conversation if they ask for it, but I'm not just about to be volunteering conversations willy-nilly.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, this has been the Awkward Femmes
Awkward films with Luchi,
and Tiara.
and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.